This is System 2, Week 11, the arpeggios. What we're going to be doing on this is a really simple progression. We're going to start in the key of B flat, and we're going to be playing a B flat major. Then we're going to go to the minor 4 chord, that's an E flat minor chord, and then to an A flat chord, and back up to the B flat. And again, this is something we hear all the time. So you've heard that a lot, but dealing with that is very difficult. And incidentally, when we're doing this stuff, what we're really trying to do is, I'm not trying to build up chops so much. You can build up your speed and learn lines and stuff, which you should be doing. Learn other people's stuff, write your own stuff. That's where the rubber really meets the road. But we're trying to improvise in a way that makes these shapes that you practiced for the scales musical, and you want to be able to like hear the stuff in your head and have your head tell your hands exactly what to do. But part of it is it's very mysterious when you first start off improvising like this. There's a lot of fogginess. You're not sure what to do or where to go with stuff. And these types of exercises are training the dot patterns in your head, training your hands to move in a certain way, get muscle memory, and hear stuff. And what you want to do is you want to learn this stuff, and then as quickly as you can, just sort of toss it behind you, and hopefully you'll learn the neck and you'll see the geometry of the neck. But then you want to make real music. That's always the key for us. We don't want to be good at exercises. We want to be good at music at the end of the day, and that's what these are hopefully going to train you to do, to make that bridge to the next step, which is not very far away, which is making real music. All right, so we're going to start off, we're going to be in the E form, and I'm going to go through all 5 forms of this. So we're going to start off in the E form, over the B flat chord, I'm going to just stay in the E form, and then this is what we're going to do for these next 2. We said that the E flat minor is the exact same chord in essence to that G flat major chord. You can see that they're almost the exact same chord with the difference of a root note. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take this pattern, I'm going to stay in the E form, I'm going to go down to G flat major, then I'm going to go up to A flat major, and then I'm going to go to... So now all of a sudden you've got a sound that you hear in your head, you're like, oh, that outlined those changes, and I'm keeping the exact same form, which is a pretty easy thing to do. All right, then we're going to go through each of the different forms. Next form is the D form. B flat major, I'm going to play over this D form. I'm going to go down to the G flat. I'm going to go up to the A flat. I think you see what I'm doing here now. And then back up to the B flat. All right, then we go into the C form. Okay, so I'm in the C form of B flat, G flat major, which is the same we said as the E minor, right? A flat, B flat. All right, then we're into the A form, B flat major, G flat, which is over the E minor, A flat, B flat. All right, and lastly, we're going to get up here to the G form, G flat major, A flat major, and B flat major. All right, let me show you a real quick demo of this, and then it'll be your turn to try this. So I'll start in the E form. G from there, I'm going to repeat my way back down. I'm going to start in the G form. I'm going to go to the A form, the C form, the D form, and finally I'm going to land back on the E form, and I'm going to loop that around. All right, so now it's your turn to try.